Now to politics, with a diplomatic bombshell. A Washington-based lobbying firm hired by Atiku Abubakar under a 12-month, $1.2 million contract says it has begun submitting over 60 pages of U.S. Department of Justice records on President Tinubu's 1993 drug trafficking forfeiture case to members of the Trump administration, Congress, and senior congressional staff. The firm says many U.S. government officials were previously unaware of the DOJ's allegation and intends to bring them to Trump's attention, particularly ahead of Tinubu's planned meeting with Trump at Onga in September. The documents allege that between 1988 and 1991, Tinubu opened and controlled multiple U.S. bank accounts used to receive and transfer funds alleged to be proceeds of heroin trafficking, resulting in a 1993 civil forfeiture settlement of $460,000. Now, the president has consistently denied wrongdoing, and the Presidential Election Petition Court ruled in 2023 that the petitioners failed to prove any criminal convictions. But Nigerians are reacting online, and I'll take Temi Tokpe's post on X. He wrote, President Trump faces more serious allegations on a daily basis. This will easily endear him more to his Nigerian counterpart. Atiku is only fooling himself. Meanwhile, Nigeria is ripe for strengthening its treason laws. While Miguel wrote, just imagine Atiku invested that $1.2 million on any poverty alleviation programs in Adamawa. But he chooses to waste that huge amount of money in chasing the ghost for a man who has been trying to run the country for decades. His biggest strategy is still running to the US for help. He expects a whole superpower to drop their global issues just to read a 30-year-old civil court case file. Someone needs to tell him that foreign politicians do not hold the keys to the local ballot boxes. Your thoughts?
That last commentator cannot be more correct. Now, we have been in this issue, this red herring of civil forfeiture, this and that, every election cycle. I think it started as far back as shortly after the 1999 election, when President Bola Ahmed Tinubu became the governor of Lagos State. Since then, these documents have shown up during every election cycle in which President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been involved. And the resolution has been the same at the end of the day. The most recent being the 2023 general elections in Nigeria, when petitioners, I think it was Mr. Obi at the time, went to the Presidential Election Petition Court to say that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as candidate of the APC, should have been disqualified because he had a matter in the United States. This is the same thing that the ADC, right? That's the party of
ADC,
yes. Atiku Abubakar. That's the same thing they've gone to exhume. The same basic material facts about heroin trafficking, forfeiture of $460,000, and then they are going to Donald Trump. Von Basten, that's the name of the PR firm that has dragged this up again. They are talking to Trump. They are talking to Department of Justice. They are talking about a freedom of information disclosure by one lawyer at a certain time. Just the same story all over again. Just to make a few points. The first is, I don't think anything will come out of it because we are dealing with two different jurisdictions here. And that particular matter, no matter how it was resolved in the United States, has not even been registered in Nigeria. So you can't just go and exhume something without following the due legal process. That's one. Number two is that Alhaji Atiku Abubakar is spending over $1.2 million. $1 million.
Yes, $1.2 million.
$1.2 million to go and hire a PR firm in Washington. Now, we have PR firms here in Nigeria that are also doing very well. We have the Institute of Public Relations. We have distinguished public relations experts. Now, a man who wants to rule Nigeria, if he's giving out business, why doesn't he encourage the PR industry in Nigeria? There's nothing that Von Basten will do, whether to dredge up some material or to lobby in Washington, that we don't have people, PR firms with even international connections that they cannot do here in Nigeria. That's the second point. The third point here is that people are saying Trump should take a decision on Nigeria. It's not Trump that will come and determine the outcome of 2027 election. And I think that it's some kind of unpatriotic pitch to think that, if you blackmail a candidate in the Nigerian election, then Donald Trump will step in and say, this is what I want in Nigeria. Those who want to rule Nigeria should also respect the sovereignty of Nigeria and not go and lobby outsiders to come and embarrass Nigeria. The fourth point, and I think I can stop on that, is to say that the 2027 general elections should be determined by the Nigerian people. Whatever material fact anybody wants to protest, whatever present, whatever campaign anybody wants to push, let them do it here in a very competent and robust manner, and let the Nigerian people be given the opportunity to make an informed choice.
Right.
Nobody should dictate to Nigerians. Nobody is going to say you must vote for Tinubu by force.
I know everybody
you should be able to make your choice.
It's just a sentence from you, because you have spoken.
Just a sentence at the question.
Just,
Dr. Abati, why didn't you also slam the federal government for going to employ American PR firm? Why didn't they employ?
It's the same logic. It's the same logic. We have a PR industry here that is thriving.
Go ahead.
We have experts. We have experts. I'm sure you all know some PR experts here.
We need to do a balance view. Just
going to waste public funds and good resources.
I do think he has a right. He's within his rights to pursue this matter, and I do think that this matter of the forfeiture, like Dr. Abati said, has come up a number of times. Yes, it wasn't, but it's just the way that and the low level of expectations when it comes to leadership recruitment that we have that will sweep things like this under the carpet.
Right.
In any country, you would want to pursue it to the last. However, having said that, as a patriotic Nigerian this morning, I do think that we have to get to a point. I mean, I was talking about age the other day. They said, no age. I say we should not collect aid, but any small matter like this, we go and report to President Trump. Somebody comes, we go and report to President Trump. Wait. What he's saying is that what he wants to do is, from what I see, is to cause embarrassment, especially because President Tinubu in 2 years is going to hunger and would meet with President Trump.
But he did the same with the 2023.
Yes, but it wasn't fruitful. So he knows he will not be fruitful. He got to the Supreme Court. But what I'm saying is that this is not just about Tinubu. It is the office of the president, and he represents every single Nigerian. Okay. My concern with this is that in pursuing political interest, do not drag the whole country into disrepute. Unfortunately, or whatever reason, he is the sitting president, and whatever we think we want to embarrass one man, it is a gross embarrassment to the nation of Nigeria. And I don't think that we should carry every matter and go to the United States, in this neo-colonialism, to come and intervene and say, oh, do this. No, we're giving too much power to the United States at this point.
Well, should go and solve the trade problems with Mexico and Canada.
It's the same thing.
Your government said lobby.
No, that's collaboration.
Wait now. Which collaboration? Collaboration.